started this stream. I mean, same. I'm fairly sure Jessica Rabbit is part of the reason why I have an unhealthy obsession with redheads. Like, I didn't watch Buffy as a kid, but I was a huge fan of Allison Hannigan as a redhead. Yes?
I have many thoughts.
Oh, I'm sorry, son. I tried to not squish you, but you got in the way.
All competing for space in my brain pan.
I mean, same. Same. My mind is a sack of kittens at the moment. Or what is it? His brain is like a sack of cats. You can smell the crazy on him. Cirque, welcome.
Hello, Cirque.
It's happy birthday, Cirque.
Yay, happy birthday.
Just in time to hear us talking about Jessica Rabbit, which probably many people of our generation's sexual awakening.
So, no, she wasn't my sexual awakening. But we're not going to talk about that. It was more... I kind of live by the code. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Okay. Also, I used to be a redhead and go by Jessica, so...
Well, we already know all that with you. And now you got to make me relive thoughts.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Nope.
So I was going to say my internet crush also has a 4-foot statue of Jessica Rabbit in the background when she streams. Like, the two main things that I remember from her streams is she has a Jessica Rabbit statue and she has Captain Carter's shield. And that just kind of describes her personality.
Hi. Hello, that's my Bebo. Thank you for kissing my Bebo. Thank you.
So, to discuss, I'm playing Sword of the Vagrant, which is, a beat 'em up with a woman wearing a bikini, it seems. And she is just wrecking all of these skeletons.
That's not a bikini, that is an underbust.
29. Cirque, why you gotta make me feel old? Defeated monsters will drop mana crystals. Mana can be used for improving character traits, enhancing weapon, accessing new abilities. Strongly recommended that you unlock perks with a star or a star. 2 different stars. And now I'm just sitting here thinking about you as Jessica Rabbit, and I'm just, why would you do that to me?
I never dressed as Jessica Rabbit.
That's what but...
Although I feel like that was a missed opportunity in grad school.
It's a missed opportunity now.
Nah. I can't wear heels.
Yeah, yeah.
That is part of the...
That is. Did you wear heels in grad school, or just...
Mm-hmm. I used to be able to wear 5-inch heels.
That's actually very impressive. Yeah. Like, I knew actresses at Jordan who couldn't do that.
I didn't wear them super regularly, but I could rock a pair of very high heels.
Ladies.
I couldn't do it where it was like a platform though, like with extra long,
if the ball of the foot section was also
because if I don't have if I'm that far removed from the ground I'm walking on, I am more likely to fall than I already am.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever actually took a spill in heels. Walking across the floor, tripping on air, barefoot, but not in heels.
I mean, I trip over myself all the time. Also, is she wearing chaps?
Yeah. Well, the hosiery
Version of... Okay, so...
She's in bondage gear, and...
Yes. So you're familiar with the show Chips. Eric Estrada... I, for a long time, did not know there was a difference between chips and chaps. So I thought chaps were, like, the uniform that they were, like...
No.
It wasn't until I heard someone say assless chaps that I'm like, wait, because then I'm imagining an assless highway patrolman.
I mean, I'm sure that's somebody's kink. Rule 34.
If it exists on the internet.
Oh, so that Carter Vale song you and I were talking about yesterday, it's like, not kink shaming, but ACAB. The top comment on it is, ACAB means what's her face hops too. Like, which I appreciate. I also appreciate it when they include Paw Patrol in that.
Fucking Paw Patrol is just... I had a whole conversation with my coworker because his kids are of that age, and he's like, yeah, I'm not indoctrinating them with that. That's just teaching them to trust cops. And if and there was one thing I said this today because we were talking about restraining orders, and most of the time how useless they actually are, because a restraining order is just a piece of paper. I'm gonna get political on you here for a second.
I know.
I made a comment that, you know, the only real restraining order is a 9mm. And I said, you know, if there's one thing I've learned, it's, you know, never trust the cops, and the legal system is not out to protect you.
It's true.
And he was like, yeah, I can't disagree with that.
They are there to protect assets and property and rich people. Which is interesting. The show that I'm watching, we've jumped now into the 1990s. No, we're into the 2000s, and we are colonizing Mars. And the totally not SpaceX company is hiring like all these people to do mining and stuff. And the mining operation had to be put on hold for a minute after an accident. And it just keeps going and going. And so all of these people are like reassigned to like basic maintenance or janitorial duties or whatever. And they end up going on strike. And now they've turned the astronauts and cosmonauts who have had military training into like the deputized police force to crack down on shit. It's bananas.
I'm about to say, this sounds like the start of The Expanse, when like the private security companies are...
Yeah. I don't know. I think you'd dig this show, honestly.
Which one is this?
For All Mankind. It's the alternate history of the space program.
I just attacked a chicken. Poor chicken.
Oh.
Sorry, little chicken friend. Except I'm not. I'm totally gonna do it again.
Now...
Do I have to... I don't want to attack the crow. Don't make... He's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna make me attack. I don't want to attack...
And now his whole murder is going to hate you. Yeah, I'm just back at Fable. Chicken kicker.
Alright, I gotta say, like, I knew this game was interesting.
Hey, Aaron.
In terms of character design, but... Okay. No, now I love it.
What the... Hello.
Okay, now I'm back to... It's just... It's... I can buy a fried egg. Except I don't think I only... How much gold do I have? I can't see how much gold I have. Where do I see my... 519. Okay. I've got 519. I can buy a fried egg. God! I thought the price of eggs in our world... Today's special, meat. Today's my special meat.
Meat. What's his face? Yes.
Let's see if I go this way. There's a question mark. If I've learned anything in video games, it's to go to the question mark. Also, the number of things that are destroyable is a little unsettling. I don't know what's actually, background set piece or what.
Yeah, that guy's like a strong man who lost his spot in a vaudeville show.
I gotta say, I love it. I love it.
Hey, buddy.
Gonna wander around and see what trouble I can get into. Pick up some money. Break open a box. Break open that. Oh, being attacked by wolves.
Let's see. Since we last saw your usernames,
since we last saw you all,
I got a new tattoo. Participated in one of the No Kings protests, singing with a few people from choir, and then we did your Father's Day Mexican food, which really, really good. Enchiladas Verdes. For anyone who ever visits Hillsborough, North Carolina. And then we went to go see Randy Feltface.
Randy.
And then yesterday I had an MRI. It's been eventful.
Like yours is slightly more because you had an MRI. I just did the dinner and Randy Feltface. I didn't get a tattoo. I didn't go to the No Kings. I'm
still trying to recover. Honestly, I'm exhausted. The plan had been to cut my hair and bleach it today, but the bleaching didn't happen, but the cut did. I cut several of my hairs.
More than 2.
Yeah. I haven't tried to put it up since I cut it though, so like I cut a solid inch and a half in some places off, and I don't know if I'll be able to tie my hair up until it grows out a little bit more. But yeah, I just kind of sat there with the worst executive dysfunction ever, sitting there doing math puzzles.
So really, all I've done is I worked on the table. So my brother found me a kick-ass game table. I was gonna ask him to make me one, but he's like, I would love to, but it's gonna take me a while because he's got like a multitude of other projects. And so I'm like, no rush. And he was like, okay, cool. And then like literally 2 days later, he's like, hey, I know you wanted me to make you one, but I found one because he gets alerts on Facebook for marketplace stuff that might be similar to either some of the wood or metalworking that he deals with. And so got an alert that there's this vintage poker table that a guy was getting rid of. And my brother's like, hey, do you want me to go take a look at it? I'm like, if you don't mind, like if it's not in bad shape, like I'll trust your judgment on it. And he's like, no, this is in great shape. Do you want? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. So Venmoed him some money. He took care of it, brought it over. I've been in the process of kind of like restoring it and kind of upgrading it so that we can have game nights, because so many board games and so many other games have come out recently that I'm like, I want to play these. And I have more friends in the area now that play board games.
And if I ever convince my sister and her partner to move out here, they have at least 70 board games that are opened. They still have several that are unopened, tucked somewhere. So, if they ever come out, we will not run out of games.
We won't. Grab a brick.
Slam my penis in the door of a luxury sedan.
I mean, I don't think you need to go quite that far, but I mean...
That's good, because I don't have a penis.
I don't have a luxury sedan. I've got a Firebird. That is not...
I mean, if that town car ever comes to get us.
Got a bunch of shorts and socks from an auction. Also got a new air fryer. Ooh, air fryer's nice. Yeah. There's a toaster oven air fryer that I've been looking at. It's made by the same people that make Instapot. And I have been really trying to not just buy it. But one of these days, I'm probably just gonna buy it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna go on when it's gonna be its own eBay watch list, because I really want one, really bad. I almost got one that's not Instapot brand. But then Libet was like, you could just get a toaster.
Yeah, I remember that conversation. It's like, should I get this? It's like, do you really need all those features? Because it was like, at the moment, it's like, I just want toast.
I hadn't had Memento without having to turn on the broiler in 2 years, and so I wanted Memento that I didn't have to heat up the house about.
Oh, that's just dead guy. Yeah. So I think your brother just killed a man.
Mama just killed a man.
I've been on a let's watch Ryan Reynolds movies kick, because Libet's got me watching Wrexham, and I watched Free Guy, and now I have
haven't watched that one yet.
Mariah Carey's Fantasy stuck in my head, because that plays at the end of the movie, and it's like, oh well, it's middle school again. That's.
I need to just sit down and put together a nostalgia playlist that has a bunch of shit like that on there. I ended up playing bass for a lot longer than I had planned last night. But I got to work on some Sleep Token songs and a a song by the novelists, and then I had to go back and do Kiss from a Rose. If I have the 5-string out, I have to do Kiss by a Rose, or Kiss from a Rose. Okay.
Skill, yeah, I do have to say this game's skill tree is rather expansive. Which, one of the things that alerted me to this is, so the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set just came out, and one of the cards is called Sphere Grid, which is the level up system in Final Fantasy X, which a friend of mine was obsessed with. He's like, this is the greatest concept for, because the whole thing is, it was a flattened sphere. Mm-hmm. So like you can go from this point and like you could wrap around to this point because it's all supposed to be a sphere. Like certain characters started in certain areas to kind of be like, oh yes, Lulu, the character who she was the black mage. She started in the area that's like, oh, this has access to your basic fire spell, your basic ice spell, your basic lightning spell, etc. The guy who, carried a spear and was the lancer, he started off in this area. But like you could take a character where they start and just like make a beeline for someone else and turn them into a completely different class if you wanted to. And so he was just enthralled by that. And so I'm like, oh, this is neat. The fact that they made a card reference to it. They also made a card that is literally the battle menu from all of the original turn-based games. So it's attack, item, defend, magic. And each one has a different, and you have to pick which effect you get when you play the card. I'm like, that is just adorable.
That's awesome.
Soul Reaper is here. We're all doomed. Oh, well, he just...
That's a White Walker. Well, I guess a white...
He just died. Again. I'm guessing again.
I did learn Game of Thrones on the base.
Oh.
Yeah. And it made me want to sit down and then watch like the first 5 seasons. And then maybe 6 and 7.
Yeah.
8 can die in a fire.
Which is...
Dragons!
Which is what happened to so many of them. Let's see. I've got the soldier's hand.
Hey.
Rowan.
Buddy.
I know you love
the stand. You love the tripod.
I love lamp.
Yeah. I have the mountain. Yeah, well, I have a fucking dragon, so...
I mean, I was like, I have the mountain. Well, I've got the hound.
I mean, I've got fucking Brienne of Tarth.
And really, whoever...
I hate what they did. I'm sorry.
I mean, no, at the end of the day, whoever has Arya Stark is the winner.
I mean...
like, whichever side Arya Stark's on.
It's true.
Number of motherfuckers she put in the grave.
I always do that thing where it's like, okay,
Rowan.
This is me and this is my sister or whatever. And it was like, no, we're both pretty Arya. Little bit of Sansa.
The tongues.
Okay, Christopher Moore. You could have just left it with the wizard. Speaking of dragons.
I don't think I can kill these guys. Okay, yeah, no, I can't kill them. I gotta... Attacking. Oh god.
Go back and reread Lost Lizard of Melancholy Cove.
Where did I find... Oh, it's under equipment. Potions. how do I use a potion? Oh god, I am...
What? Okay, Dark Dommy Mommy.
I mean, everything about this is just... I am dying! Holy crap. I guess I'm way too underleveled to be here? Or I'm supposed to die to this. Oh. See, I guess I am supposed to lose because... Okay, what the fuck is with the tit belt?
You know, it would be real interesting to see a character design that isn't done by incels.
We had the beefy barbershop quartet guy.
Yeah, well, beefy,
we had one.
but the whole beefy thing is for the male gaze too. So,
It's for the gays.
well, sometimes.
Oh god, and like looking at her sprite, it literally is just a belt that goes across her tits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I really, really wanted to like this game, and now it's just like, I mean, I love the the combat, like so far everything mechanical of the game is great. Like this is a very well put together game. Just somewhat like, look,
Character design's getting a little porny.
like, I like tits. All right, who doesn't?
Probably a few gay guys. I know.
Probably, yeah. Well, even then, I knew a couple of gay guys that were like, no, tits are
Yeah,
the tits.
I
They're
was,
just not for me.
I was motorboated extensively by a gay bar owner. Yeah. I didn't ask for that or really consent to it.
Yeah, but to say that sounds a little more salty than.
A little bit. A little bit.
But fuck, I had a train of thought and it's gone. Just because tits. Just. Anyway, the point of the story is, like, your character designs don't have to be only tits. Like, so, I was having this conversation. I'm going to take a second to rant about this, because this is actually something that kind of, you know, it hits a little close to home. So, speaking to the two artists that have worked on my card game, both of them women. Both of them were, like, in the initial, like, discussions of, like, hey, this is the stuff that I need. One of the questions was, are you looking for this art to be not safe for work? Like, no, this is supposed to be public, like, it's...
Yeah. GA, general admission.
Yeah.
E for everyone.
Yeah. Because they're like, most guys that message us ask us for, and I'm just sitting here going, that's, and so like, I actually, the Red Biscuit, who did most of my character designs that I posted in the Discord, I sent a couple of concept arts, and for several, like, any of the named characters, I'm like, I have bits and pieces of various, like, I like this thing from this character, this thing from this character. Can you kind of, like, amalgam these things together, but, like, make it a little more unique? Like, not make it like it's a direct rip-off of, and totally. Any of the female characters I sent, the first question was, how much cleavage am I showing? And I'm like, preferably a minimal amount. Like, this character... Okay, the one that got me was...
The amount of cleavage I show when we're anywhere with your dad. Speaking of curving on Jessica Rabbit, that's a callback.
Callback. So, like, specifically the samurai character, Angel.
Yeah.
Because I gave the character name and character description, the first thing that they're like, and all of the female samurai concept art is just like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, can she be a little more covered because, like, she fights people, and my fantasy world isn't where, you know, the chainmail bikini actually protects you from more damage than full plate mail. This is, like...
Yeah.
Armor is a thing. Like,
armor along your underbust and your crotch is less effective when it still exposes all of your vital organs.
So there was someone that that Kulik's introduced me to. I don't follow her anymore because apparently there were some uncomfortable comments about the trans community from this person. But this person, she kind of like cut her teeth on analyzing the sword fight scene between Dread Pirate Roberts and Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride, and how it is, you know, objectively one of the best sword fight choreography in cinema.
Yeah.
Because it is realistic, it is plausible, and it's not
funny.
It's fun. It's not, you know, like there are a lot of like sword anime that I'm like, oh yeah, this is like Rurouni Kenshin was built to me. It's like, oh yeah, this is, you know, very based in realism. The character has what's called godlike speed and can just like blink in and out of existence. Like, no, we can't do that in real life. And so
cheater, pumpkin eater.
Like, she did a ton of video essays talking about, like, you know, stage combat in movies and like how realistic it is, but also she did a whole series of character designs of women in sci-fi and fantasy, and like women's fantasy armor. Like, one of the big things that she talked about was so many, like, the breastplates for a female character have the tits built in, and she's like, unless this was custom made and it's something that is constantly adjusted, my girls ain't fitting in this on a Tuesday versus a Wednesday. Some days they're a little bigger, some days they're a little smaller, and if there's space in between, like, the chest plate and the girls, then that just means when I take a hit to the chest, then I'm getting smacked in the tit by a hunk of metal across a wider surface area. Mm-hmm. And, like, just like she was breaking down the physics of it. I'm like, no, I totally get this. This makes perfect sense. And I'm so disappointed that, you know, that several marginalized communities are like, yeah, no, I don't think we can support you.
Yeah.
So I kind of stepped back from that.
That blows. But,
like,
I saw something about Dark Crystal, which is yet another movie to traumatize us as children. You know.
One of the few games I have convinced Libet to buy is there is a Dark Crystal tactical-based RPG.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's on the Switch. She's beaten it, so you could probably borrow her copy. But she bought the collector's edition. I got her to buy because I think the collector's edition came out from Limited Run Games, and so I sent her the link to it because it has a plush Fizzgig.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like,
yeah.
I didn't buy it because Dark Crystal's not one of my big Jim Henson movies. I like it, but it's not, like,
Yeah.
I have an ex who ruined Labyrinth for me. I can no longer watch Labyrinth.
I have many feelings about Labyrinth. Some conflicting, most just generally going, why were we allowed to watch this as children? Speaking of different spiritual awakening or sexual awakenings, I know a number of my friends whose was David Bowie's codpiece. So
Yeah,
children.
I want David Bowie to kidnap me and gyrate his very bulgy crotch in my face.
The 80s. A hell of a drug.
Also, it blows my mind that Paul Bettany is married to Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah. Right?
And it blows my mind, like, hearing him talk about how he actually asked her out.
I don't think I've heard that story.
Oh my God! I watched a video clip of it. I think he was on Graham Norton talking about it.
Because all the good ones are.
All the good ones are on Graham Norton. Fuck. Graham Norton is probably my second favorite late night host. My favorite is Craig Ferguson.
Yeah.
Craig Ferguson was just amazing. But he was talking about how he was in a pub somewhere in the UK, I forget where, on 9/11.
Oh, God.
And he's watching this all happen and just freaking out. And he hadn't been, I don't think he had been in a movie with her at that point, but like he knew her. They like exchanged phone numbers, but they weren't really in touch due to just like being in the industry. And he's watching all of this like unfold in real time, and just like he's like, I got up out of the pub, I walked down the street to a payphone, and I called her and asked if she would like to get together. Like first I asked if she was okay, and then I'm like, I want to see you. Can we get to like after? And she's like, yeah, and like that's what started it. He's just watching the fucking hellscape that was 9/11 in real time, and he's like, people are dying. The world's gonna go to shit real fast. I think I love this woman. I'm gonna go ahead and just give her a call. And just, yeah. And I'm like, dude, well done.
I adore Paul Bettany, and you did not have to keep selling me on him. Something, my penis can only get so erect.
Well, so someone else posted a meme the other day, and I wanted to send it, but the moment that I went to try to copy it, Facebook refreshed and it went away. But it was a picture of Vision, Robert Baratheon, the killer android from Rogue One that was reprogrammed. And I'm forgetting who, but it's the four guy, or it was Heath Ledger is, I think, Joker. And it's like, only the OGs will remember when these four guys were best friends, because it was just like referencing A Knight's Tale, and I'm just like,
I still have not watched that movie since Heath Ledger died.
I have once.
I adore that movie, and I just have not been able to make myself watch it. Speaking of sexual awakenings, both Heath Ledger and Shannon Sossman together, fuck yes.
I mean,
Hello, I'm bi, table for one. The only couple where I'd be like, yeah, I'll be your unicorn, that's fine.
I don't think that's the only couple. I think there's a...
Hush.
But...
We're not talking about this right now.
Alexis, why did you leave? You were being snuggly. Come here. Come say hi. Rowan, come say hi to the internet. You haven't said hi at all. Come here. He's like, no, I want you to feed me.
Rowan.
Access.
Come
boy.
here.
Nope.
Rowan.
Fuck
Come
you,
here,
Dad.
baby. Come on. Give you pettins. Rowan. Come here, kitty boy. Hey, come here.
Like, no pettins. I said no salt. No salt on the margarita.
I got to a point where it was just exchanging gifts from Office Space with Lucian last night. It was very entertaining. I don't like my flare.
Do you want to go watch Kung Fu?
I love Kung Fu.
I mean, I wasn't really a fan of the original series, but Legend Continues is amazing.
Kitty boys. Hi. Come here.
I'm really getting annoyed at these random possums that just come out of nowhere that want to...
I will adopt the ball. Yeah. So did Lodet tell you about my, like, being unable to make up my mind about the tattoo? Like,
No.
so I knew I was gonna get feral. Like, that was just gonna happen.
Yeah.
But first it was feral with, they had a little flower, with the bud of the flower actually being a skull. It's like, I like that. I'll use it as punctuation at the end of feral. And then the screaming possum, and I was like, how can I not get the screaming possum? And then I saw a screaming plankton. I'm sitting there wearing my SpongeBob shoes. There's this screaming plankton. And then finally I saw the Molotov cocktail, and I was like, that's the one. That's it. Let's do this.
I mean, I was kind of
like, I decided as I was writing it down.
Like, I'm kind of surprised Libet got the screaming possum.
I mean, a little bit, but you know, she's got those strange cats that keep eating the cat food, so.
Yeah. Well, so she did tell me that you were, like, I want the possum, but I think I'm going to save it for when I can get the possum that scream at own ass.
Yes. Yep. The tattoo artist was talking about placement and stuff, and I was like, I think I'll put it here. And he was like, well, like, do you have any specific plans for this arm? And I was like, I'm not planning on, like, a sleeve that comes down to my forearm on this arm. It's cool. You can do hodgepodge, I don't care. This arm is going to be an entirely different story. But, I said something about, because I've got the feral Molotov cocktail on the same arm as I love you, Mama. And I was like, I'm sure my mom would love to be next to this.
I mean...
Sorry, Mom. You gave birth to me.
She was telling me that her physical therapist was talking to her about tattoos. I was like, yeah, how hasn't gotten a tattoo because, mom would, disapprove of it. But I'm pretty sure mom has passed. And it was like, yeah, I got my first one like the week after my mom was like, and it's literally her handwriting. So I'm like, she's going to be mad about it, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got this one on, well, I think it was the day after Mom's birthday, the first birthday after she died. It was just kind of like, I know the perfect way to remind me of you all the time, and it's to continue to mutilate my body in ways that you never approved of. It's my body. I'm the one who has to fucking wear it.
It's my skin suit. Like, I remember when my brother got a tattoo in college, and my parents were like, eh. And then he didn't like it as he grew up and opted to get it covered up. And it was a dragon originally, and now it's Yggdrasil.
Okay.
I gotta say, Yggdrasil looks a lot better than the dragon. Like, the dragon was very much like my first tattoo.
Yeah.
Axis
Marie. Really?
Hi.
Say hello to the internet.
Yeah, come say hi. Welcome to the internet. Have a look around.
Welcome to the internet. We have cats.
I mean, hi. And now you are just purring up a storm.
Yup. Like, all I wanted was attention.
All I wanted was a decent pair of pants. Oh God, I just got...
I referenced that in a conversation with Livet, and I can't remember what it was now.
And you're like, I have no idea what... And
I have to find it because it's gonna bug me if I don't. Do. I'm waiting for another message from her that's like, good lord, Envy, which is what she sent me last time when we had a friends quest on Duolingo, and it was like, earn this amount of XP, and it was supposed to be like 2,000 or something, and she had like done a couple of lessons, and it was fine, and then I just like blew through and got the rest of the 1,500. I did that again today.
Actually, you can come back and sit. Yes, you can. Hello, my son. Or you can get up in the window. Sure. If that's what makes you happy. It'll bring you joy.
Okay, maybe it wasn't with Libet.
Yeah, the combat to this game is just really nice and fluid. The art is gorgeous. There's just a lot of titties. And again, I feel weird just being like, maybe cut back on the titties.
Hey, you want to see my tits?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do. Alright, roll them back up.
For those of you that that's a Ron White skin. Oh God, hi. Was that you? Did you just poke me? I think you just poked me.
I can't even find it now. Damn it. Oh well. It was funny when it happened. This isn't actually that song. This is just a tribute.
Alright, I feel like I'm going to regret this. Let me see. Can I?
Hi, buddy. Do you want to say hello to the internet?
Upgrade that.
Come here.
Upgrade
Dang it.
that.
I'm not getting up to feed you either, buddy.
Why
Bless.
can I not do that? Oh, I need a turtle statue. Why? What the hell do I do with a turtle statue? And that requires holy water. So there's only certain things I can upgrade. Because you need items. Like I need a holy water. My water that's holy. Oh! I feel like I'm probably going to die again.
Yeah, I think so.
He is. Shit. Well, I can at least. Well!
30 to 50 mile hog.
you know.
Just charging at you.
Am I on fire? I think I'm on. Yeah, I think. I think I also need better potion. That one is. Let's switch to the M potion. 40%. There we go. That gave me a little bit of health back. He's just going to keep making rocks fall from the sky, and he's going to... How about no, Scott? I had the group liquidated, you little shit. Oh god, he has so many health bars. Those are...
Oh.
Each of those little red dots is...
Yeah. Shit. He doesn't need help. Shit.
Yeah. You. Stop riding my nuts. I mean, my nuts that you can very clearly see in this outfit.
While trying not to fight him.
That was one of the bits from the opening act for Randy Feltface, and
Brody Snook she's hilarious.
Yeah. Like, I kind of hope she comes back.
Me too. Who in here is pro pubes? Who here is a pedophile? Way less woos. That's good.
Stop throwing your balls at me. And stomping on me. Jesus. There, just die. Fuck.
It's muffin time.
You find the dark crystal. Jim Henson is congratulating you. Elemental damage. A rune warden is able to channel the hidden elemental force in a weapon. This includes fire, ice, lightning. Okay. I'm banking. Ooh, that's a pretty sword. Equip it. Cleric's Prey.
If you find a pretty sword, you equip it.
Equip it good.
I am tired.
However, that was fucking clever. When a problem comes along, you equip it. Equip it good.
You're just the purriest boy.
Yeah, he's just having a blast back there. Do you want to come be social? Like you can.
I can't claim credit for that. That's from Bones. Come in. Hi, buddy. It's time to say hi to me. Doodah, doodah. He's being unfriendly in this moment. Doodah day.
He's like, nope, do not want.
I am going to pout.
Just died.
Buddy.
Big guy with a shield kind of pissing me off. Not as much as the guy with the bow and arrow. Would you stop shooting me, asshole? Stop shooting my asshole.
You know what you are? You're a hemorrhoid. You know what that means? It means you're a pain in my ass. That wasn't even my teacher. It was Mom's. But man, I will never forget that. I think it was like the basketball coach or somebody teaching history. Back when you could say shit like that in schools.
Ooh! I've got a jumpy attack. I got rad one.
Shaka bra.
Tower Watch. I'm guessing that's another sword. Yes. Oh god, that's so much stronger than mine. But it doesn't have the lightning. I want the lightning.
That's what should happen every time you hit somebody with that sword.
Spend 25 mana to enhance. Ooh, 96.
Enhance.
Yeah, I gotta equip the Tower Watch.
Zoom in on that license plate.
Zoom and enhance. Zoom and enhance doesn't work that way, folks. Really doesn't.
Oh, people shilling AI would beg to differ.
I saw the best thing on the internet today. So there's a subreddit that I follow called Confidently Incorrect. It gives you an idea of what it is. It's people who are so incorrect, but they are so confident that they are correct in their incorrectness.
I actually have, like, on my queue on YouTube to watch the clip going through that subreddit.
So this bit was a exchange on Blue Sky, not Twitter, Blue Sky. And it was a guy talking about how all of these communications companies are moving toward learning language models, and there's going to be some sort of AI integration into all of them. Facebook Messenger,
Rowan.
any of the social media apps like Snapchat and WhatsApp, all those, they're all moving towards something like this. And the response directly to it that starts this chain is, Signal won't. And he comes back with, I know they will because I can see, I understand pattern recognition. And this and that and the other. The person that he's arguing with is the president of Signal LLC, who happens to be a woman. But that's the only reason why he's...
Confidently incorrect and mansplaining at the same time.
I checked his Blue Sky profile. Like, none of his comments had, more than 20, or none of his posts had more than 20 comments, except for this one that has like 225, and like the first dozen of them are, wow, way to be wrong in your mansplaining to the CEO of. It's like, and the kicker is what they cut out of this little exchange on Reddit is the topmost thing that he is replying to, which is one of her posts talking about how Signal is going to remain independent, how it's going to, it's like it's meant to be encrypted, independent. It's not going to, rely on these things that can be insecure, like AI. And he responds
and
with...
apparently the Department of Defense.
And he felt the need to respond with, no, I think they're going to. And she's like, no, we're not. And he's like, no, I think I know better than you. I am a man in the tech industry with an opinion no one asked for.
God save the world from tech bros.
It was like, if there is ever like a class on getting ratioed on social media, that would definitely be like the starting bit.
It's just I'm still vibing with the why are men most of the time. Why are cishet white men with an MBA and a way overinflated sense of entitlement?
Like, I had to go through and find the entire exchange because I'm like, there's no way, there's no conceivable way that this is the, and just the more I read, the more I'm like, oh my God, you are just so
a chauvinistic idiot who is very confidently wrong. the tongues are very upsetting.
I mean,
the goo is not terribly inviting either.
I mean, at what point is the goo inviting?
I mean, I don't know. It's not there. I guess it depends on the goo.
Oh, are those not maybe those aren't possums? Maybe those are just giant rats? Rodents of unusual size?
I don't know. With what looks like little joeys hopping off of the mama.
Oh, hey, the holy water. I was just thinking about this shit, you know? Thinking, you know what, do some good? Drink me a glass of holy water.
I got ghosts in my blood. Gotta drink some holy water about it.
I called to get my prescriptions refilled. Well, I put in a refill request online. They called me to verify. And the guy at the pharmacy was like, give me a second. My computer's being slow. If it ever catches up to me, I'm like, no, I work in IT. I totally get it. He's like, so you felt that on a spiritual level? I'm like, yes, I did. And he's like, you know, I keep giving it coffee to try to speed it up. That might be the problem. I'm like, no, you don't give it caffeine. That just gives it the jitters. Give it holy water. And he just lost his shit. He's like, I need an old priest and a young priest.
Honestly. Happy birthday, Barbara!
So many. Barb and Cirque are both 29. God damn, people. You realize I'm 41.
I'd say enjoy your 20s while they last, but fuck numbers.
And given the hellscape that is everything,
we're all aging at least a year every day.
Yeah. Just good luck. And
my soul is so tired.
So, one of the few fighting games that I play is Soul Calibur. And I haven't even really played any of the new Soul Caliburs. But the original on the Dreamcast, when you got a game over, it's like, so-and-so is defeated, but the soul still burns. There are so many times that voice clip just pops up in my head when I'm thinking about the world. It's like, the doomsday clock just inched 10 seconds closer to midnight, and the soul still burns.
Yeah.
We are fucked. And all I can think of is a voice clip from a game that released in 1999.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Ready to retire at 20. I mean, I was ready to retire at 20. I just looked at everything and just, nope.
I mean, I don't know. I have a complicated relationship with work and money, so.
I mean, we all do, because we live in capitalism. But,
well, as someone who cannot work cannot work consistently and does not earn much money.
Well, it's like, I love what would you do if money weren't an issue kind of question. And more often than not, I'm like, I would love to hypothesize this, but in reality, I'm stuck in this hellscape. I don't get what I want. And so many of the things that I'm like, I would love to do this. I would love to do YouTube. I would love to do this. I'd love entertainment. The problem is, I stream to a very small niche audience. I get that. That's never going to be my career. And if money wasn't an issue for anyone, okay, yeah, I could be I want to explore this, and maybe people will enjoy me explore, going on this journey. Or working on my card game. Like, I would love to you know, be like, hey, anyone want to play this game that I made? But, like, I'm so entrenched in capitalism, I can't even hypothesize. It's like, well, what would it be like without capital? Like, if you, because I'm like, I would love to have this game become popular, but in order for it to become popular, you have to market it, you have to get it out to so many, and that's, like, that requires so many resources that I don't have, even if you're not just considering money. It's like, I need a fuck ton of paper. Give me all the paper. I need paper and ink. And it's just like, my brain can't even go down that kind of like happy rabbit hole of, well, what if? Because everything is just so fucking awful.
I mean, I gotta start even a little bit further
Rowan.
back, and it's like, okay, does this also mean that our healthcare is adequate? Because maybe I'd be more able to do the things that I want to do if I wasn't, you know, like this.
I'm just gonna keep buying shit.
And that's why I need to not grocery shop when I'm hungry.
Oh my god. Did I tell you about the time that I went grocery shopping hungry?
Hello.
I tell you, and so we got Aridon and Barbara in chat as well. I wonder if this game was made of this. No, this one was not. I had the information pulled up and then I closed it.
How dare you?
Well, I got distracted by all the titties. Because I'm just a simple man and my brain short circuits with titties. Just... I wish that were a joke, but that's sadly accurate. And this was by OTK Games and Decoco Limited. So OTK Games.
Rowan.
Son.
Homie.
Son.
Come here.
He's like, no. I want food.
You have 17 minutes. At a minimum.
I was just playing Romancing Saga 2 and Persona 3. All right, so since we have 15 minutes, there is one thing, again, I'm going to rant about.
Okay.
So, I told, we've discussed the Final Fantasy Tactics, a game that I've Let's Played on this channel. It's getting a re-release.
Mm-hmm.
I was super excited about it. Until today.
Oh, no.
So... Well, I mean, I wasn't super excited about it because I kind of knew the potential of where it was going. So, the game had already been remastered or re-released once. So Final Fantasy Tactics came out in 97. I believe it's 97. Yeah, I think it's 97. On the PS1. It came out in the early 2000s on the PSP. When it came out on the PSP, it was rebranded as Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions, because it was done by a different group. The group that did the PSP version was not directly responsible for the original PS1. They did add in content. They added in some animated cutscenes. They added in 2 new jobs, one of which is my favorite, fucking Dark Knight. And they added a couple extra story segments and a couple extra fights, as well as multiplayer, because the PSP had local multiplayer. So when this version was announced... Oh, and one of the big things about the difference between the original PS1 and the PSP is the PS1 translation was fucking terrible. It had problems. There were instances where they were referring to a group of mercenaries by their Japanese name in some sections, and then their English name in another, which kind of made them sound like two different groups. And then, like, it was problematic because the original director did not have any say in the translation. He did the original script. It's like they were working on the original script. So the War of the Lions version had a completely redone script to make more sense. It had a little bit, more Shakespearean flowery pose to it, but it was a great script. The version that's coming out now is not based off of the War of the Lions game. It is based off the original PS1 game. So any of the additional content for War of the Lions is not in this re-release. So this is not the definitive edition by any stretch. This is a remake of a PS1 game that had already been remade. And the thing is, they're using the War of the Lions translation as a base. They are redoing the script again. But they're using this one, the remake as the base, as opposed to the original. But they're not adding in any of the additional content. So we're not getting, the extra characters, the extra story, which kind of sucks because there are a couple of bits on War of the Lions that were great because it made some of the characters that you could recruit make a fuck ton more sense.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, like, this is just, why is this guy here? Why the fuck do you care about him? And I have been watching the internet just completely explode. You've got basically two camps of people, like, they're fucking boycotting this game because it's cutting content. Or you've got people like, you shouldn't judge the game before it comes out, it might still be good. Or you're just upset that you're not getting, like, this menial content that wasn't even added by the original development team. And then, like, that kind of spiraled into the director of the original game is the one handling this re-release. So he's just making his definitive version. Except the problem is he's not. He's not the one in charge of this. The director of the first game is not the director of this re-release. He is a consultant working with one of his subordinates from the first game. One of the guys who worked for him when he was director is now the director of this one. And he's like, I brought this up and I was outvoted. Like, he's been trying to, like, put some fires out on Twitter because so many people are upset about this. He's like, I kind of wanted some of the additional content from War of the Lions. I did like how... And everyone's like, well, this is... Because the original thing was, the director is coming back, he's just doing the definitive version. It's his vision. And I fucking hate that when people talk about that for games. It's like, they want a one-to-one translation of the original Japanese because that was the director's artistic vision, not realizing that a context-heavy language like Japanese cannot be translated one-to-one.
Yeah.
It just does not exist.
No.
Or the fact that I love video games, obviously. And I will say video games are an art form. The problem is it's art by committee for consumers.
Yes.
And the problem with that is you've got a committee of people who are like, you've got the director of the game who's basically at the helm of it, but he's like, I want to do this. He goes to the programmers, and the programmers say, we can't do that. We can do this other thing that's kind of similar. So you're already having to compromise the artistic vision with what is actually doable. And then you've got the rest of the committee, like the producers, who are basically the ones just giving the money, and they're like, well, we want it to appeal to this audience. Well, it may not be the same audience that the director or the writer or any of the programmers want to go for. because they want to get their money back and then some. Because, again, yay, capitalism.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I truly believe video games can be art. They can be a very artistic medium, but it is also by committee and for consumers. Like, yeah, we do get some really avant-garde pieces of gaming media. Like, there are some that are just like, and much like we get some really avant-garde movies, we get Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
So, like, it's not an all or nothing kind of thing, but I get so fucking tired of people saying, this is closer to the director's original. A, you don't know shit for fuck, my man. Like, you don't know what's going on in this person's head.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's actually closer to their vision.
Also, maybe their vision changed.
Like, or B, maybe they're like, no, this is what I visioned, and then I spoke to a producer like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have a 15-year-old wearing a skin-tight bikini. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And from, a non-pedophile perspective, that might be a thing. There's two types of people. Those who like pubic hair and
pedophiles.
Notice how pedophiles get less woo.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah, that's my rant for them, because like I saw all of that unfold on the internet today, and just watching both sides of this argument just devolve into rabid. I
think generally, regardless of what we're talking about, so-called purists just piss me off. Like, the second an idea leaves your mouth and another person hears it, it has already changed.
Yeah.
So, unless you're talking about your own stuff to yourself, you don't know shit about fuck, my man.
Well, one of the best things about it is there was a developer, I forget which game, because it got brought up in this conversation. There was a developer talking about, once the game is out, it's no longer mine. Like, talking about the modding community.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, should you enforce people? Because it was one of those games, I think it might have been Stellar Blade, which is already a very sexualized game, more so than this one, if you can believe it. And there are mods for that game that make it even more adult.
Yeah. And
someone was asking, is like, do you think you should discourage people from making these? It's like, no, once the game is out there, it's your, like, I can't stop you, and I don't want to. Like,
yeah.
I may not agree with saying, hey, all of the characters need to be naked, or all of the male characters need a 6-foot dong, or all of the female characters need breasts the size of watermelons. I may not agree with any of this, but, like, you are taking the time and effort to learn the code, apply things that you want to change to it. He's like, because mentioning, there is a mod in Skyrim, which is just fucking ridiculous, turning all of the dragons, a major plot point of the game because you are the Dragonborn, and you are trying to learn these shouts from dragons. And they turn all of the dragons into Macho Man Randy Savage. Does it make sense? No. Is it hilarious? Yes.
Yeah.
Does it take away from the game? Maybe. It feels a little out of place, but at the same time, it's entertaining as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He stares at us, judging us.
It turns into, in that particular scenario, into basically finding out your Macho Man Randy Savage's long lost kid, and you must learn the ways of the WWE.
I mean, so
although if you can just divest yourself of anything relating to the McMahons, I support that.
I did see a video of one guy who apparently was going around Disney World acting like Macho Man Randy Savage, but with Mickey Mouse ears. And that was the funniest shit that I had seen. Because he was just like, he walked up to Goofy and he's like, oh yeah!
That is one of my... It is one of the most annoying and also one of my favorite things about the mashups that DJ Cummerbund does. Is every single one of them includes an oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Rowan, what are you doing?
Judging.
Yeah, he is. He's like, Father, you haven't fed me yet. You don't get fed until after the live stream on Wednesdays. You know this.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. But normally you're a little snugglier and you're a little more well-behaved.
Yeah.
Prior to the end of this.
You did say he was being weird.
He was being weird, so it's just been a weird day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and end here because it's almost 9. So thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Sort of Vagrant, it's available on a bunch of different platforms. PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, Switch.
Maybe at some point you can find a mod that has them actually wear clothes.
Probably not.
Hey, it takes all kinds.
I mean, yeah, it does. It does. Normally the modders remove clothes rather than adding them. Actually, no, that's not true. Someone has gone through and done a bunch of mods for the Final Fantasy VII remake. And yes, there are the mods that make Tifa wearing like a French maid outfit. But then there's also one that gives her Chun-Li's dress from Street Fighter that is just fucking appropriate because Tifa is the martial artist in the final, so she's just jumping around, punching, kicking. So it's instead of Tifa, you've just got Chun-Li just... Which, ironically, Chun-Li's like full-style dress is more clothes than what Tifa normally wears. So, I guess in a sense, yeah, putting more clothes on. But yeah, check it out. It's actually, like I said, mechanically, this game is smooth as silk, much like the leggings that I'm assuming that she's wearing. The only thing that she's wearing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm gonna let's play next. I'm still going back and forth on that. I'll figure it out one of these days, and then I'll start recording again. Especially now that it's getting to be summer, I'm not doing as much archery because holy shit, it just jumped into the 90s this week. And
the humidity is
so
high
like
every day.
75% or higher. So like
yeah, every day is like a real feel of like 104 or some shit.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be inside, and so I'll be trying to record more. I just need to figure out what I want to record.
We just need to like get a whiteboard and write stuff down, and then have you like Nerf dart it with your eyes closed, and whatever it lands on, that's what you're playing.
Someone suggested doing a wheel.
I mean,
Wheel of Fortune.
I've suggested doing a wheel before, but
yeah. So I'll figure it out and go from there. So hopefully I'll start recording probably next week if I can figure out what I want to do. Suggestions in the Discord. Speaking of, follow the Discord. I posted a bunch of memes today because I found a bunch of memes that were fucking hilarious. So go check that out, and then eventually I'm going to start posting pictures of my tabletop game room once I get that. I need to buy chairs. That's one of the last things that I need is chairs. But I moved a lot of my artwork that was upstairs down here, so it's a lot of like card game art that I've got framed. So yeah, I'll post pictures of that in the Discord as well. And otherwise, I'll be back next week with another live stream, same hat time, same hat channel, Wednesday 7:30 Eastern till 9. If I have to cancel for whatever reason, which this time of year might happen due to inclement weather. We do get
usually thunderstorms.
massive thunderstorms roll
Really
through.
bad.
I will post about that in the Discord. So again, check out the Discord. But yeah, till then, try to stay dry, try to stay cool. It is...
Yeah.
The entire southeast of the United States is just hitting a heat wave. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
It is going to get fucking nasty.
As that little bumper sticker says that I went really bad, it's like, remember to drink your water so you can stay hydrated through all of the horrors.
The horrors persist, and so do I, because I'm hydrated.
Because I'm hydrated.
So yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think so. I'll post a picture of my new tattoo in the Discord too.
So yeah, take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Stay safe. It is a shit show. It's a nightmare. But hopefully, this little respite helps recharge some entertainment batteries. So, yeah. We'll see you next week. So, bye.
Wear a mask. Actually, protesting, I wore a mask and sunglasses and a hat, all to make myself comfortable and to make myself unidentifiable. So,
become ungovernable.
Become ungovernable.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Rowing.